Are the Buccaneers the black people of One Piece?
I originally thought it was a fishman, but now I'm starting to second guess.
I think that if Big Mom's a Buccaneer, or she is, I think the only reason why I'm gonna say that she is, or it could be, is because of the way she's built.
What's good, YouTube? Project Karma back at again, another video. And chapter 1095 of One Piece came out. We got a new race, the Buccaneers. We're going to talk about it in this video. So, let's get right to it. Alright. So, chapter 1095 of the manga has come out. But what y'all think about this chapter? We got a whole new race to talk about now. One Piece just keeps getting bigger and better. But what's y'all thoughts so far?
I think it's really interesting that we finally get to know who Kuma is, and I guess as a byproduct, who Jewelry Bonnie also is. So this new race called the Buccaneers. I guess it's interesting that they're already innately strong, it seems like, just because they have that blood in them. It's also kind of a shame that, because of how strong they are, the Celestial Dragons are using them as slaves. I guess they're like the perfect type of slaves because they can carry and do all the heavy lifting. Oda really do be pulling from some real life situations.
Nah, for real. He took they real life field slaves. I ain't gonna say what I want to say, but are the Buccaneers the black people of One Piece?
I originally thought it was a fishman, but now I'm starting to second guess.
What'd you say, Ed?
I said it might be the Bucks, man. It might be the Buccaneers, man.
It might be the Bucks. So at least he gave us a strong race. I'd rather be the Buccaneers than the Fishmen. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's tough, but I can see it.
Fishman might be Jamaican or something.
Maybe they could be like Haitian, Caribbean,
Haitian,
islands.
Caribbean, yeah, I could see that. Haitian and Caribbean, yeah, I could see that.
But for the Buccaneers, it's just so much going on with them. Khalil, did what? Any thoughts? What's your thought on them?
As far as the Buccaneers, it's like I'm definitely interested to learn more about this oppressed race of people and why everybody is so hell bent on making sure that the giants are, gone and taken care of. And what makes Kuma so valuable as a slave compared to everyone else?
I mean,
Maybe
I
because he
don't
ate a devil
know.
fruit specifically.
Maybe that's a good answer, actually, because I don't know if Kuma was more valuable than the others. I'm kind of looking at it kind of like Avatar: The Last Airbender, where if you wipe out all of them, one doesn't really matter as much as long as you get rid of all the other. I mean, one clearly does matter, but strength in numbers. If you have 100 giants walking at you, it's way better than having one. So that was kind of my viewpoint of it, especially if he's truly the last one left.
And I don't want to call her the massive, but did the woman actually what was it? Pop, was that his dad, his mentor?
Who?
The person that
The
was talking to him
the one
about
who
the
was
sun
with
god.
Kuma?
Yeah,
I thought
the
that was his
person that was
daddy.
That's his dad.
yeah,
That's
did
his
she really
daddy.
pop his dad like that?
In his face, yes.
Yes.
Blew his cap off. Right
That
there.
is
So.
disgusting.
Took that boy muffin.
Ain't that crazy? It's the same day that he learned that his mama died and his dad died not that long after. That's kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Way in the wall.
Relax.
And it's-
Relax.
It's also crazy that he died as soon as he started talking about the sun god Nika too. You notice that?
I
You can't
noticed
give
it
them
too.
They didn't want them to bring that up. I thought that was kind of a impressionable moment there. Do you think that this might give us a little more insight as to what Big Mom's race might be? Maybe she might have been a Buccaneer too, and we just didn't know it because of the way that she was growing up. She obviously isn't a giant, but she was always innately strong. She just kind of fell into the whole sugar and hunger pains is what kind of drives her insane strength out more. What y'all thought on that?
I think that Big Mom, if Big Mom's a Buccaneer or she is, I think the only reason why I'm gonna say that she is or it could be is because of the way she's built. When you see the Buccaneers in this chapter, like his dad, for example, his dad is top heavy, but his bottom is like his legs and stuff are small.
He built
And
it.
if you look at if you look at Big Mom, Big Mom is top heavy, but her legs and stuff are really small. And most of the Elbath, damn, most of the Elbath people aren't built like that. They're just big humans in general, like all the way through and through. They're not really built like uh weird, like how Kuma is weird, weirdly shaped, really built. And it would
The
also make sense why they didn't really. I'm not gonna say they kind of like didn't accept her either after she did what she did either. They kind of just was like, she's big, we're gonna bring her in, but she ended up doing what she was doing.
I do
I mean,
agree
she
with
even
you,
would
and
get skinny and still be strong too, right?
yeah,
Not all the time
that's
she always big, so that's the crazy
that's.
part.
I wanted to actually mention that skinny part because that's the only thing that kind of goes against the build. Remember when she was
She got skinny?
hot or attractive.
Yeah,
She
you
had
can
that
like
weird
this
build.
hot. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
In her
But she was still,
prime.
well, she was big
Yeah,
for
in
us
her
still, wasn't she?
she a big
No,
woman,
not,
but
not when
she
she
She was
wasn't
a
was
built
big one, but she was
nasty.
slender.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She wasn't big like to me.
A
When
giant.
she was younger, she wasn't big. Yeah, she was never big like a giant. She was just bigger than most people. And
No,
I
no,
feel
no,
like
no.
Kuma,
When she
was
was a
bigger.
child,
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
built like a grown man. But when she was in her prime, like that 28
Man.
range, that's when she was,
Just a big
she
woman.
might be on the
28.
list. But other than that, then she was always that big top heavy part.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
we'll
she
get an
dunked it.
explanation about that 28-year-old Lin Lin, but I do think that that's a pretty interesting theory. I'm kind of curious what everybody thinks. I think it makes sense. So you're saying that she wouldn't be considered a giant like a lot of people were speculating, right?
She wasn't
Yeah.
Elbath. And I think that's why the serum thing that she was trying to do with what's that guy's name?
Either.
With Caesar. I don't think that's why it didn't work. And maybe they were just bigger people like Buccaneers and not giants like Elbath too.
Interesting. I guess the last thing I want to ask y'all is, do y'all like the concept of Buccaneers being added so late in the game, or do you think it's a cop out? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna just quickly get my answer out. I like it. I'm not gonna hold you, but what are y'all thoughts? Anybody dislike the Buccaneer idea, and why?
No, I actually agree with you. I actually do like it. I feel like now that we're starting to dive more into the whole Celestials, God Island, and even the Saints and stuff like that, kind of showing that there is another race that they specifically were always targeting through history. Apparently, I thought it makes it interesting because they seem like they were targeted the most. And then there's some other people that kind of gets filled in between, like we saw at the end of the chapter with Ivankov, and I guess her name is Jenny. Not really sure if she has a background. But yeah, no, I like the concept of bringing them in.
As far as I could tell, I could say that I like it. It doesn't hurt the story in any way. Really, it just further on builds on what Oda's been doing, just going to something and then dialing around about an arc or two later. So it's not hurting the story in any way. It's kind of also drawing a light as far as building up Luffy to be a savior, which will just end up adding to his rebellion already. So for the most part, I don't think there's a problem with the Buccaneers.
I think that I like the concept because now it kind of will give a little bit more insight as to why Kuma, outside of the Revolutionary Army uh thing, maybe we could see why Kuma saved Luffy too because of the sun god thing. Maybe he knew he was the sun god because of his dad, and
Maybe.
you see what I'm saying? So it's like that, and we really didn't know nothing about Kuma, and I feel like it's building it up so we'll feel bad when they actually, when Kuma comes to his inevitable end.
All right. So we hit a lot of topics. I think we're going to leave it at that. But let us know what y'all think. Do y'all think that Big Mom is a Buccaneer alongside Slave Kuma. Do you think Kuma's actually dead? And what do you think's going to happen next, especially with them showing Slave Ivankov, which we didn't get to today. Regardless, let us know what y'all think in the comment section below. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Peace.